I've enjoyed it every year. That I've been here.
I'm James Thomas Sawyer, Varys and Emily son, first son, oldest son. And I've enjoyed every one of these and enjoyed them back with the older families. And I'm with John. It's come down to us. And so we're gonna have to carry this thing on, or either teach these little ones to carry it on. And Connie and I've got a good start. We have about 14, 15 grandkids and about 4 grades and one on the way up there. Count if we can get them all in. So if we could get all of them back here, of course, I'm done a few years for the United States Air Force, about 22 and a half. Wound up in Bossier City, I guess, is the only thing I can say. I enjoy it.
I'm Hubert Sawyer. I'm the baby of Berry. I live in Berry, Alabama.
Anita, I'll come back to y'all.
I'm Bud Studdard, Holly and Ollie's youngest son. And I'd like to say that I'm proud of the heritage that I have. I'm proud of all you people who are relatives. And I think it's important that we maintain some sort of contact with our roots, because sometimes I don't know where I'm going, but I always know where I come from. And I think this thing is terribly important to all of us, and we ought to do all we could to keep it going. And this is my wife, Bernice, who I'm very proud of, but who ain't a good speaker. And another thing I wanted to say is since last year, most of us have got older and wiser, and I've just got older and bigger.
I'm Bernice Studdard, and I'm proud to be part of the Sawyer family. Thank you.
I'm Thurman McDonald. I was raised down here at Winfield with UN, and we moved to Northport in 1991. I retired at 3M, and I don't know none of you, but I'm glad to meet all of you. My wife, her grandmother was Studdard.
Tell you.
So she's been checking up on all of this, and next September, year from September, we'll be married 50 years.
Yeah. Well.
All right.
My name is Betty McDonald, and I was a Atkins before I married. And my mother was a cook, and her mother was a Sawyer, Ada Sawyer, and she was the daughter of James Hillard and Frances Hoover. Ada was one of their children, and that was my grandmother. And that's why I'm related to all of y'all from James Hillard, because my grandmother was
I'm glad you come.
her daughter. And she married Spencer Cook. You know, one of them married Charlie Cook. She was married to Spencer.
Charlie's buried right up here.
All right, Vicky.
I'm Carolyn Frazier Aldridge. The only one that's not kin to the Sawyers, I guess.
Well, you're welcome.
I come in on the ladies' side. She's my great aunt. Frances Hoover.
The Braziers were Sawyer.
Yeah, they are.
They are.
Yeah.
That's what she meant.
And also,
Glad to be here. I'm Susie Fowler Brazier.
Oldest one here.
Oldest or is Spurgeon?
Or Spurgeon old.
We'll go back to Mr. Spurgeon now.
I'm Spurgeon Davis from Jasper, Alabama. In 1914, my dad bought the first Ford car in this country. I dated Sawyer in that 14 model till I took 4 bales of my own cotton. Dad would give me an acre of ground
And when they got there, if I was running the distributor, I'd open it up a little bit. The results, cotton is going up, and I waited and sold all of it one time. Started to buy a new car with it. But that time I was dating Carrie Sawyer. Of course, we wrote love notes at 8 and 9 in the school. And stayed sort of acquainted with each other all the way through. She set in on me if I was going to buy a roadster car, a 1925 model car. She wanted me to get a rumble seat to it so Charlie and May Lowry, her sister, could go to all their singings with us. But that is $35 extra. How many knows what $35 would do now? But of course she won, as all men have to confess. The wife wins. The whole total of that 1925 model car, and I'm going to finish in a minute, was $676. Cash price.
Oh, big money in those days.
And if she'd have lived 3.5 more months last year, we would have had 68 years together. She just like 3.5 months. 68 years. I've got 2 daughters here that's listening. If I story doing anything, they'll tell you.
Right.
Sorry,
You're next.
I'm Wanda Devers Barnes. My mother, of course, like Daddy said, was a Sawyer, Carrie Sawyer. And I think, too, it's important that we get together. I've tried to always come. I hadn't always been this
it's not major.
I'm Norma Devers, neighbor, and I'm the oldest girl of Carrie and Spurgeon, and I guess that's about all there is to tell about me. I bought a house down in Bankston. I'm back in the community quite a bit. We're restoring the old Ned Smith house.
Close to our old house.
Close to the Fowler house, close to Bankston. And that's been an interesting project, and if any of you know anything about the house, I sure would like to know.
All right, Mr. Gladys.
Well, I'm Gladys Fowler Sawyer. I was married to Bus. Bus died in 1985. And I lived Ethelsville part of the time, South Carolina part of the time, but I always have to come back home. And I'm so glad to see everybody.
I'd like to say something else. This is my first time to come here, and I hope I get to come back because I just learned that this reunion was going on this past year. I did not know y'all had this reunion here, and I just learned that from talking to some of the people that's here that I learned about it. But I'm going to try to encourage more of my family to come, and some of the grandchildren in our family. I got one that's really interested that won't come, but something came up. But I'm going to try to work on that.
Does Spurgeon have any idea?
No, the book goes back to 79,
Yeah,
but it was meant before then.
Long, when we were meeting at Carbon Hill, what year?
In the 60s.
I've been working for Barbers 34 years.
Eric was born in 61, and I've got
35, 36 years.
It's been, yeah. You was little, Gaynell, and Gilbert and all, yeah, little
Eric's
bitty.
34.
Yeah.
Well, my oldest was 39 when we met then.
And we've got little ones put out the pictures there by that swimming pool. And how old's Lydia? Because I got a picture of her when she was.
I'm 36, so I know we've been meeting that long.
Okay.
Be 36.
They used to have it down at Springfield, Carbon Hill. Yeah, we went there. Then they went back to Wolf Creek, didn't they?